3, 2, 1.
Boom! Welcome to Did You Know? I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
Yes, that's right. Did you know? So, mine's a little bit anecdotal, this first one. But did you know that there's a growing theory that sunglasses are actually a culprit in skin cancer?
I know that they thought that sun tanning lotion and creams were.
Yes, that's pretty obvious. You look at the spike of when sunscreen came on the scene and how much, the cases have just ramped up. So
what did people do before for fair-skinned people? Not getting the sun?
I think they had an umbrella and a clock.
They just didn't get in the sun.
Yeah, just ease into this thing. Don't go out there and sit out for 4 hours. But the theory behind this is that when your eyes are unprotected and you come in contact with UV rays, your body, the sunlight goes through your eyes, and that produces a hormone in your brain that produces melanin in your skin, which will protect you from a sunburn. Can protect you from a sunburn. When you put shades on, it disrupts that signal and it disrupts the hormone production of this. Like I said, it's a little bit anecdotal, but I thought it was interesting, and maybe there's something to it. I don't know.
I grew up in a pool. Swim all the time. I stay dark all the time in the summers. Don't wear shoes in the summer at all and stuff. I've never, ever been one to wear sunscreen or any kind of sun stuff at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Tony ever has, but Tony had skin cancer, and I've been, knock on wood, I've never had it, so I'll probably die next week from it. But I've never done sun deal. And I've wore sunglasses some, but I don't wear them all the time. That's interesting though.
Okay, hunting license sales are out. Do you know which state leads?
Pennsylvania.
Nope. Pennsylvania is on the list. They are number 5.
Well, Texas or Louisiana, because there's so many people. So I'm going to go Texas.
It is Texas.
Yeah. Per capita, I bet Pennsylvania is it, though.
This says Mississippi.
Per capita?
9.6 out of every 100.
I'll be damned. So 10% of the people in Mississippi have a hunting license.
Yeah. Georgia's 7.
I guess they don't. I guess it's because they're all listening to that goofy Stop the Hop guy.
Georgia is 7. Did you know that as pizza orders surge around, you can track, there's an app that you can track pizza delivery, and it's right around the Capitol. And that is how you can guess when major shit is going on.
I can see that.
I guess last week there was a big spike in
everybody's working for a change
in pizza delivery around the White House. All right, my last one.
You're going to see a lot of changes in the Washington D.C. employee system in the next 20 years. I think this shit with Omar Ilion being worth $30 million in 6 years, and we didn't have a dollar in the bank 6 years ago, I think it's going to change a lot. I think American people are finally fed up, and hopefully we'll see some changes.
Okay, my last one. Do you know what the most common birthday is?
No, it's not February 29th.
That is the least common.
I know, because that's my birthday. I'm going to say New Year's Eve, 9 months later, September the 14th.
Close, September 17th.
Okay.
September 17th is the most common day. Like you said, you factor in that time of year. Interestingly enough, the 8th of April is number 2.
I wonder what that coincides with. Labor Day?
Maybe.
4th of July? 4th of July is 4th, and that's the 7th month. So 5 months. 4, that would be pretty close. 4th of July.
Now, the 3 and 4 are the 24th of September and the 23rd of September and the 24th of September. My wife's birthday is the 24th of September, so...
Yours is the 26th.
26th. Mine's 80th.
Tony's is 25th and Kylie's.
25th. 25th is 42nd, most common. And then number 4 is October 1st. So that's that Thanksgiving, or that's that Christmas, New Year. I'm trying to find number 5. We'll just do the top 5. What the hell?
So basically, New Year's Eve and 4th of July, if you don't want to have a kid, wrap it.
That's right. Yep. Extra fertile that day. I can't find number 5. But anyway, that's the top 4 of most common birthdays. And it all makes sense. So that's all I got.
Okay, here's what I got. Mine's a little bit of different type stuff. We're going to talk about. Do you know who Billy Dixon was?
No.
Billy Dixon was a seasoned veteran. In 1874, a small band of buffalo hunters at Adobe Walls in Texas faced hundreds of Comanche, Kiowa, and Cheyenne warriors. Among the attackers was Quanah Parker, the fierce young Comanche leader. It was then that Billy Dixon, a seasoned marksman, tried something almost unthinkable. With his heavy Sharps rifle and simple iron sights, no scope, no spotter, he steadied his aim at a distant rider nearly a mile across the plains. His first shot missed, his second too, but the third struck true. Surveyors later measured the distance. It's 1,538 yards, nearly a mile. The tribe, stunned at the range, believed that hunters wielded uncanny power. The attack wavered, and in that moment, the tide of battle shifted. So basically, that was the end of that deal right there. It scared him to death because he could shoot a mile. So anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, I got to find my other one here. Of course, it went the other way, but it always happens to me. Okay, here we go. Do you know who John Coulter was?
No.
Have you ever seen the movie Mountain Men? Or no, Jedediah Smith is what it is. In Jedediah Smith, Robert Redford gets caught by Indians. They take his clothes off of him, and they give him a fair chance to run away. And he runs away. So anyways, in true life, John Coulter had Coulter's Run. In 1809, while trapping beaver in present-day Montana with his partner John Potts, Coulter was captured by a band of Blackfeet Indians. After killing Potts, the Indians stripped Coulter naked and gave him a head start to run for his life while they pursued him for sport. The run, despite the rocky terrain and prickly pear cactus tearing at his bare feet, Coulter managed to outpace most of the warriors. When the lead pursuer closed in, Coulter surprised him by suddenly stopping. The warrior stumbled, broke his spear, and Coulter used his broken end to kill him before continuing his flight. The hiding place Coulter reached the Madison River and dove in, swimming into a pile of driftwood, or according to some accounts, a beaver lodge. He hid there with only his head above water while the Blackfoot searched the riverbanks for hours. The aftermath, after the Blackfoot gave up the search, Coulter emerged under the cover of night. He walked for 7 days, naked and surviving on edible roots until he reached the safety of a trading fort hundreds of miles away. Anyways, that's the key of that whole, in that scene, that movie where he hides under the bridge. Okay, or under the beaver dam. Do you know what happened on October 2nd, 1970? Near Silver Plume, Colorado. Have you ever heard of the Wichita State Shockers plane crash? The Wichita State had a football team, and on October 2nd, they were flying to Utah State. An airplane carrying Wichita State University football players crashed into the side of Mount Trelease near the Eisenhower Tunnel, about 8 miles west of Silver Plum. There were 40 passengers on board. 31 individuals would die from the crash. 14 football players, 14 staff administrators and boosters, 2 flight attendants, a pilot. There were 9 survivors. 8 players and a co-pilot survived. The crash was determined to be pilot error. The Wichita State University plane crash still ranks as one of the worst tragedies in college football history, in college sports history. I remember that. Oklahoma State had a plane crash, about 15, 20 years ago. Their basketball done. They were on 2 King Airs and they crashed somewhere and killed some of them. Okay, and my last one is another flight deal. On the night of January 6, 1982, a passenger on a plane flying over the Colorado mountains spotted headlights blinking an SOS signal. He then alerted the police, who radioed the location. He alerted the pilots, who radioed the location to the police. Rescuers launched a large operation and found Alan Lee Phillips stranded in a snowdrift during a severe snowstorm with temperatures low as 22 below zero. Without the passenger's alert, Alan likely would have survived the night. Imagine flying in a plane, you're just sitting in the back, and you see somebody blinking the SOS signal, and then you stop the stewardess. In today's world, most people ain't going to put their time out. Stewardess comes up, she tells the pilot, he calls the cops, they go look for this. They find this guy. 40 years later, Alan's rescue was seen just as miraculous until DNA linked him to the cold case murders of 2 women. He had who had vanished the same night in Breckenridge, Colorado. The 2 women were later found shot to death. A key clue was Annette's orange sock, which matched one found near Barbara Joe's body, confirmed they'd been killed by the same person. That guy's DNA was on those ladies, and they found it out 40 years later.
Wow.
Interesting deal. They rescued him after he'd killed 2 women.
That's crazy.
So anyways, that's my Did You Know?
Got his ass.
Yep. Thank y'all for listening to us. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next week. Bye.